Hello there. Sorry for the sudden contact. Are you Frank's wife?
Yes, I am. Who is this?
Actually, I'm dating your husband. My name is Amber.
Seriously? I don't understand what you're trying to say.
Didn't Frank tell you? I told him to talk to you properly.
Honestly speaking, I haven't heard anything from him. Are you saying that my husband is having an affair with you?
I don't think it's an affair anyway.
Why do you think so?
Because Frank and I really love each other. So it's definitely not an affair. But in the eyes of the general public, it may be seen as some sort of cheating. I'm sorry about that.
Well, what do you want from me then? I have nothing to say to you. By the way, are you aware how risky it is for you to contact me like this?
Of course I do. But I still had to contact you since you're Frank's current wife.
Current wife, huh? Sorry, but I'm confused about a lot of things, and there are still some things I haven't caught up on. First, how did you find out about my contact information?
Of course I looked at Frank's phone, memorized his ID and searched for it. I did it while he was sleeping.
I don't think you should have done that. I mean, you just used his phone without permission, and you contacted me recklessly.
Anyway, we're prepared to pay you the full amount of the alimony.
I can see that you're very well prepared. Excuse me for asking this question, but do you have a job?
I'm a receptionist at the company Frank works for. I have some savings.
I see. By the way, how much are you planning to pay for the alimony?
About $2,000. I think that's more than enough, right?
I think you need to revise the amount.
What? Are you telling me that you only need less than that?
Of course not. I wonder why you don't understand about the correct amount for alimony. But I can see that you're not sorry for what you've done at all.
So you mean that the amount is $20,000?
Yes, that's right. It depends on the case anyway.
That much? That's too much.
I have a 2-year-old daughter. Your affair with my husband will hurt her feelings badly too. You have to take into consideration as well.
I know you have a young child, but we have a child here too.
Are you kidding me? I can't believe that.
You know what? I'm pregnant and it's Frank's child.
Really?
Yes, I'm 4 months pregnant.
Oh my God, I can't believe Frank made you pregnant.
I want to give birth to this child and build a happy family with Frank. So please, Julia, please divorce Frank, so I can get married to him.
I haven't heard anything from Frank himself. Besides, I have a child to take care of, so I need to check first. Can you give me time to talk with Frank?
Of course. I'm sure that he will divorce you. As for the alimony, I would appreciate it if you could give me a small discount. It costs a lot of money to have a baby.
That sounds very selfish. I will consult with a legal expert and determine the amount.
You must divorce Frank as soon as possible, before this baby is born.
Either way, I don't think it will take that much time, so please don't worry. Now, if you'll excuse me. I had a hunch that Frank was having an affair, but I had no idea that he was having a child. I was still in a daze about how to tell him and greeted him when he came home. When he came home and tried to touch my daughter, I felt a surge of disgust. I realized that I've had enough, so I started discussing about divorce. Hello, Amber. Sorry for the delay.
Finally, you contacted me. I've been waiting for you.
Sorry to keep you waiting. It took a long time. I finally finished the divorce proceedings with Frank.
Really? I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Anyway, have you heard anything from Frank yet?
I've only met him at work since then, so I haven't heard anything from him.
Well, I asked Frank to pay alimony and child support in one lump sum. I've hired a lawyer to complete all the procedures. We are now preparing to file a claim for alimony against you. I can't believe you don't know something as important as this.
You're still going to ask for alimony?
You were prepared for this, weren't you?
Of course, I saved up the money so that me and Frank can build a happy family together.
I will send the amount to you again by a certified mail. Please follow the instructions and make your payment.
By the way, how much is it?
Approximately $30,000.
What? That's too much. Can you at least make it less? I'm going to have a baby now, and I'm sure I'm going to need a lot of things. You have a child yourself, so you understand that, don't you?
Of course, I understand that a child costs money, but that's not a different case. I'm not going to give you any discount for alimony. I have a young child. My husband cheated on me, and we're getting divorced. You have robbed the mother and her daughter of their happiness. Please understand that and remorse on what you've done.
I understand. I have Frank to support the household income anyway. I think I can manage, so I will pay you the alimony. It must be hard for you now that Frank is no longer your breadwinner, huh?
Yes, it is hard. Thank you for your concern.
I'm sorry I stole Frank away from you.
Why did you go out with him if you knew that he was a married man? You knew the consequences, didn't you?
Because I fell in love with him and wanted to be in a serious relationship. Frank said that his wife isn't pretty. He said it over and over again that he'd rather have me since I'm young and pretty. I can't just abandon him, can I?
Oh, I see.
Julia, you're busy taking care of your child that you got distracted and abandoned your responsibility to take care of yourself as a woman. That's why Frank dumped you. I think it can't be helped.
What do you mean?
I think you should reconsider that before you find the next person you want to have a date with.
Thank you for your advice.
My pleasure. The key to happiness is for a woman to always be pretty. I think it would be good for you to keep that in mind.
I've never met you, but I'm sure you must be very pretty.
Well, I'm a receptionist who works for a major company. I'm sure that I was hired because of my beauty.
I see. You must be Frank's favorite type of woman.
Do you think so? Frank has been in love with me from the beginning. I'm so happy to think that I'm destined to be loved by him from now on.
I hope that your happiness will last for a long time.
Julia, thank you so much for divorcing Frank. I hope you'll live a happy life too.
Thank you. That's very nice of you. At this time, I was sure that Amber really thought she could be happy. I told my lawyer to request alimony from Julia. She agreed to pay in installments as a lump sum and indeed difficult. 2 weeks after the first payment, she learned the truth about Frank.
Julia, what on earth is going on? Please contact me now. Please.
Amber, what's wrong?
Don't pretend that you don't know anything about this. Why doesn't Frank come to me?
I don't know, okay, but he already left the house. I thought he went to your place.
Please don't lie to me. I know you divorced Frank in order to get a high alimony payment from me. You lied and stayed with him, didn't you? This is a fraud. Are you regretting it now? Please let Frank go as soon as possible.
What are you talking about? Frank has moved out of the house. My daughter and I have already moved out too. I don't even know where he is. When he left, Frank said he's going to be with someone he really loves. Didn't he go to your place? I don't even know what happened to him after he left home.
Not only did he not come, but I can't talk to him when I see him at work, and I can't contact him. What should I do?
Well, looks like the woman Frank loves is not you. What a pity.
I don't understand what you're trying to say. Please explain.
It's Frank's fault for not informing you properly, isn't it? Actually, he's having affairs with 3 women, including you. You really didn't know about that?
Seriously? You mean he's having affairs with several women at a time?
It's unbelievable, isn't it? From the beginning, I had a feeling that he was cheating on me. When I got a call from you and questioned him, he came up with names other than you. When I asked him more, he told me that he was having an affair with 3 other women, including you. Can you believe that? He's such a jerk. I don't think I can do the same thing. Of course, I won't do anything that will hurt others' feelings.
Are you really sure about that? Do you think he went to other women's place? But he told me that he loves me. I'm pregnant with this child.
I know. Did you tell him about that?
I did. I just said it on the phone.
I'm sure he ran away from you. He's a coward.
That sucks. If I pay you the alimony, I'll be penniless. What should I do?
You promised me to pay the alimony. You also agreed to the amount. You should be thankful that I'm letting you pay in installments. It's none of my business. How are you going to get the money from?
What are you talking about? I don't think I should be thankful to you.
Let me say it again. I have nothing to do with Frank anymore. From now on, please get in touch with him by yourself.
I tried, but he didn't answer my calls. Can you contact him for me? I'm sure he'll listen to you. Please help me.
Why should I cooperate with an unfaithful husband who caused my divorce? That's a complete nonsense.
But Frank went for another woman. It's not just my fault, don't you think so?
Stop talking nonsense. It's your fault too. I'm not saying that I hate you, but I won't cooperate with you even if the world turned upside down. I've suffered enough myself. I have no time to deal with your joke.
Please don't say that. If Frank leaves me, how am I supposed to live from now on?
No matter what it takes, why don't you just get Frank to admit that he's the father of your child?
But he won't contact me. That's why I'm asking you a favor.
I don't know what's going on with you guys, but I'm not Frank's wife anymore. I don't want to get involved.
You won't help me? I won't be able to pay the alimony if you don't help me. If that happens, you'll be in trouble too, right?
Don't worry, I'll do whatever it takes to get my alimony paid. I'll never let you run away from paying the alimony.
Please, if I don't help me, I'll really be all by myself. That's impossible. Julia, we love the same man, right?
I regret it so much now, but I don't even want to be reminded of it.
Please don't say that. I thought me and Frank were about to get married and have a baby. I quit my job too. So please, at least you must cancel the alimony. I beg you. I can't pay that much by myself.
Please transfer the fee to the specified account in the specified amount on the specified date. A promise is a promise. I'm sorry that I'm not a kind person.
Oh no! I apologize from the bottom of my heart for having an affair with your husband. Please forgive me.
That's not the way to say it. You haven't apologized from the bottom of your heart before, have you?
That's not true. I apologize from the bottom of my heart even more than before. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm a victim too, so please reconsider about the amount of alimony.
There's no way I'm going to do that. Please just pay the alimony since I appreciate it more sincerely than your apology.
I don't have any money. Please, at least tell Frank somehow. He said that he would come to me. I can't even give birth to his baby at this point.
Frank has nothing to do with me anymore. I have no obligation to take care of you that much. Well, I'd be better off now. I wish you a long and happy life.
I can't live a happy life in this state. Julia, please.
That's because you were having an affair with Frank. I sincerely hope that from now on you won't make the same mistake ever again. Goodbye. In the end, Amber got so desperate that she told everything out loud at the office. She and Frank were both called in by the HR. It seems that all the other women with whom Frank was having an affair were in different departments in the company. Frank is now in a sticky situation. Well, he got what he deserved anyway. I'm going to check with the other partners to see if they knew that I was married to Frank. I'm consulting with a lawyer to see if I should file a claim for alimony. Frank seems to end up together with Amber, who is pregnant with this child. I hope the two of them will do their best from now on.
Sally, I'm on my way home right now. I just got on the train.
You're pretty late today as well.
Really? Oh, I thought I could come home earlier than yesterday, though.
Yeah, but it's already after 9.
Yeah, you're right. I guess I couldn't make it earlier. But because I'm usually even later than this, now 9 actually feels kind of early to me.
I can see that. But you really have been working super late. Is everything okay?
That's pretty hard, I have to admit, but there's nothing for me to do but get through it. I do really want to be able to go home earlier, though.
This is a bit too much overtime for one person. It's almost every day now. Is work really that busy that you have to stay so late?
Remember how I said my company is trying to expand into other fields? Well, because of that, there is a lot of work we have to do that we haven't done before. And everything is a bit of a mess since we're not used to this sort of thing. There's so much to do that even with all this overtime, we aren't making a dent.
It's annoying to have to deal with the company's decisions. But I guess if they don't expand into different fields, then they might get left behind. I guess there's nothing to do about it.
Yeah, there's not much I can say to them either. Or at least it won't do much good. But having to stay so late each day is really wearing on me. I would at least like to be home before Lisa goes to sleep.
Sorry, but Lisa already went to bed. I put her to sleep about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, damn, I didn't make it. I thought it was a little earlier today, so she would still be awake. Not being able to see her makes all this harder.
You used to always come home by 7 and eat dinner with us too. Lisa also said that she misses you and wants to see you more.
Really? She said that?
Yeah, she did. She tried really hard to stay up today until you came home. But in the end, she couldn't do it and fell asleep on the couch.
Oh, she's so cute. Just the image of that makes me feel like I can keep going with work no matter how bad it is.
Is it bad? Apart from being busy, that is? You always used to say that work was fairly fun.
This time, though, I got asked to do the thing I hate the most.
What's that?
I have to go on a business trip.
Whoa, that is pretty rare.
I know it's been almost 3 years since I last had to go. I really didn't want to go if I didn't have to. But I really couldn't say no to it.
Yeah, it's not really up to you to choose what you do at work. So, when is it then?
From next Friday until the following Monday.
Oh, that's pretty long too.
Yeah, I know. And I lose both my Saturday and Sunday. I'm not happy about that. Those are the days I can usually spend with Lisa.
That's true. I'm sure Lisa will feel a little lonely.
Yeah, I won't be able to play with her all week. I hope she doesn't get too sulky.
I'm sure she won't do that. She's already in grade school, so she's old enough to understand that some things can't be helped. Plus, I can do something with her instead. She probably won't be upset as you might think.
Something about that makes you a little upset.
It's better than her being sulky though, isn't it? It's good for me and her to do something together with just the two girls. And there's something we can do that we never can when you're around.
What? What's that? What can't you do when I'm around?
Go and eat some fast food for dinner. You hate junk food, right? So we can never really go and get it. But if it's Lisa and me, then we can go from time to time. And then it means I don't have to clean up afterwards. So it's easy for me.
That's true. Eating out is always good. I want to go out with you guys too, though.
It's good for you to let your hair down on your own sometimes too. I know I do it. You should enjoy your business trip. You haven't been on one in a while.
Did you see the weather, Wolf?
No, I didn't. Why?
Looks like there's a storm coming and tomorrow's going to be rainy really strong.
Oh, but you have to leave for your trip tomorrow. You're pretty unlucky, aren't you?
Tell me about it. And it makes me want to go even less now.
Traveling in the rain can be a real pain. And you have more stuff than normal since it's a longer trip.
I know, right? It's so annoying to have to move around in the rain and through puddles. I thought I was depressed about going before, but now it's even worse.
It doesn't change that much whether it's a rainy day or a clear one. Plus, once you get to the airport, it won't matter too much. Maybe there will be a bit of turbulence, but that's it.
But even getting there is annoying.
Then why not catch a cab? Then you can just sit back and go straight from here.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm just complaining because I don't want to go. I really wish they'd sent someone else.
I know how you feel, but if you keep complaining about it, it will just make things worse. Why not try view this a bit of a fun trip and try to enjoy it?
You're right, I should. I'll do my best to be more positive about it.
Okay, do your best. Did you get all your stuff packed already?
Yeah, for the most part. Have to be up at 1 after all.
Okay, got it. Should I wake up with you and make you some breakfast?
Nah, don't worry about it. I'll just get something to eat from the airport. Take your time and sleep in tomorrow.
Thanks, but I'll try to wake up if I can.
Alice, what are you doing right now?
Oh, did you arrive already? Sorry that I couldn't wake up in the morning. I tried, but in the end, just couldn't do it.
I don't care about that. What are you doing? Where are you?
What? I'm with Lisa at a friend's house. Today it was raining, so we couldn't take them to the park. We thought the kids would be bored inside all day, so we thought we could let them play together.
Really?
Yeah, really. What is this all of a sudden? Are you really that interested in what we're doing?
Yeah, I am.
Come on, you just arrived for your business trip, and you have to be there till midweek.
I'm worried about it because you're lying to me. You're not at our friend's house right now, are you?
What? What are you talking about? Why would I lie about something like that? I really am at a friend's house. And Lisa is also having fun playing here.
Lisa was completely drenched here outside of the house. And she was alone. Where the hell are you right now?
What? She soaked through?
When she woke up and couldn't find you, she ran around looking for you apparently. And then she sat outside the front door, waiting for you to come home.
Wait a second. What do you mean she was outside the house? Are you with her right now? Aren't you supposed to be on your business trip?
I'm at home right now.
What? Why? What happened to your trip?
It got cancelled. The rain was getting so bad that the flights were grounded and then eventually cancelled. I got a call from work while I was waiting at the airport and they told me that it had been called off.
What? Then why didn't you tell me that earlier?
I thought I would come home and surprise you and Lisa, but I was the one who was surprised when I got home. You weren't there, and Lisa was soaking waiting outside.
So that's what happened?
Yeah. So, what are you doing that was important enough to leave Lisa all alone?
Oh, sorry. I actually just went out to do some shopping.
Then why'd you lie to me before? That isn't something that you need to hide from me.
Well, I thought you might get upset if you knew I left Lisa at home alone. So I just made up that story to kind of cover my tracks. Sorry about that.
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? If you can't think of anything good, then just don't bother with the stupid excuses.
It's not an excuse.
Then why is the car still in the driveway? You always take the car when you go to the store. Plus, in this rain, it's even more of a reason to take the car.
It's because of the rain that I didn't take it. The visibility is low and it's dangerous to drive in weather like this. That's why I didn't drive.
There's no one stupid enough to walk to the store for some groceries in this kind of rain. Plus, it seems like you're in quite a hurry to leave the house. There's a bunch of makeup thrown around the table. You almost never wear makeup, but you're telling me that you made yourself up to go to the grocery store?
Even I like to do my makeup every now and then.
And then your favorite dress is also missing from the closet. You know, the one you said that you only want to wear on special occasions? Where'd you go wearing that? Because it definitely wasn't to Walmart.
You even looked inside the closet?
Oh, cut it out already!
I don't know what you were suspecting me of, but stop the random searches.
But it's all pretty strange, don't you think? You're not cheating or something, are you?
Of course I'm not. Why would you even say that?
Anyone would be suspicious in these circumstances. But it's not the cheating that I'm most angry about. How could you leave Lisa all alone in weather this bad? There was even a tornado warning!
I just went to the store to buy some things and was planning to be back soon. I thought it would be okay to leave her for just a while. I never thought that she might go outside to look for me.
She was worried that something might have happened to you. Lisa ran down the street looking for you.
She didn't just go outside, she ran down the street too.
Do you even know how bad it is? Some areas are close to flooding even. It's not safe for a little kid to be outside by herself in weather like this. Seriously, what were you thinking?
But I left her a note saying that I would be back soon. I thought she would be okay to be at home and would just wait inside.
Really, did you? Well, she probably didn't notice. Or maybe she was still worried even with the note. She's still little, so you never know what she might do.
But since she's home now, it means that she's fine, right?
No, she isn't. What happened? She was out in the rain for so long that she isn't feeling well. And her feet are all scratched up because she ran out barefoot.
Is she okay though?
I took her to the emergency room quickly and we just got back. But they said that some bacteria might have gotten into the scratches and there's a chance that she might get an infection. Think about how dirty the water filling up in the streets must be. They kept her in the hospital for a few hours, but then told me to take her home and let her rest there.
At least she got looked after. Thank God for that.
Do you even understand what you've done? She's lucky to get away with just a fever and some cuts, but who knows what could have happened? You have no right to call yourself a parent.
I'm sorry, I never thought that something like this would have just happened. I realized I did something really stupid this time. Anyway, I'll be home as soon as I can.
Don't bother coming back here. I don't want to see your face at all.
Ben, I can't breathe properly. You need to help me.
I don't care. I'm busy looking after Lisa right now. The poor thing. She has a fever of over 100 degrees.
I have a fever even worse than that. Plus, I'm coughing a lot and it's getting worse and worse. You know that I have asthma, so these things affect me really hard. If it gets any worse than this, I'll probably get pneumonia.
Really? Sounds pretty bad then.
Don't be so cold. This is your fault that this happened. You should care a little more.
My fault? What's my fault?
You didn't let me into the house yesterday. I was waiting out there in the rain for ages and ages, but you still didn't open the door. That's why I got sick.
I told you not to come back here. I told you that I didn't want to see your face.
But there was a storm outside. How could you leave me out there?
It's because I confirmed that you really were cheating, and I couldn't forgive you for that.
I'm not doing that. I told you that yesterday too.
I found the bag that you were hiding in the back of the closet. It was full of lingerie and a hotel member's card. How are you going to explain that? I've never seen any of those things in my life.
That stuff, it's just a bag that I'm keeping for a friend.
And which friend would that be?
I can't tell you that. It would be embarrassing for her.
So then, you can't clear up my doubts. Should I ask around to your friends and see if you're telling the truth?
Don't do that!
And stop piling up the stupid lies one on top of the other. It's just gonna make me angrier and angrier.
I'm sorry, Ben. I'm sorry for cheating.
Oh, so you admit it. Seriously, you cut it out with these stupid excuses. They're not believable and they just annoy me more.
I'm sorry that I lied to you too, but I never thought that it would turn into this huge thing. And what happened to Lisa too? I never wanted that to happen.
If you had done that on purpose, then I would have slapped you. But even if you didn't plan for it to happen, doesn't mean I have to forgive you. You left her all alone and this is what happened because of it.
But she's fine in the end, right? Sure, she got a fever, but that's all that ended up happening.
You can just stay wherever you are and suffer on your own. I don't want anything to do with you anymore.
Wait a second. I think if I stay like this, then something bad really might happen. My fever is insanely high right now, and I can't stop coughing.
And so what?
I probably got pneumonia at this point. You might not know, but pneumonia can be really dangerous.
I do know that. One of my grandmothers passed from it.
And I'm in that situation right now. Please come pick me up and take me to the hospital.
Who would go do that? You're an adult, so take yourself there.
I'm begging you. I'm at the hotel near the station.
What are you doing in a place like that on your own? Why not go to your lover's house and have him look after you? Or maybe did he decide to break things off?
I can't go to his house. He's also married.
Oh, double cheating, is it? I feel bad for his wife, too.
I really think that what I did was horrible to you. And that goes for Lisa as well. But could you just put that aside for now and help me? I think if I don't see a doctor soon, things will get really bad.
Fine. Tell me the address of the hotel.
Thank you so much. You'll come, right?
No, I'm not coming. I'll just call an ambulance for you to the hotel.
How can you be so cruel? Don't you care what happens to me?
I help you right now because you're ill. That's why I'm calling you an ambulance. But I don't have the compassion to do any more for you than that.
Don't you think I've been punished enough already? Look at the state that I'm in.
You can't be saying that seriously, right? Lisa didn't do anything wrong and look what happened to her. Your punishment is going to be from here on out.
What punishment?
You're going to lose your family and the house you live in. You're going to move out and I'll have you pay child support for Lisa. Of course, I'm going to get primary custody of her.
You mean you're going to divorce me?
Of course I am.
I don't want that. I will never cheat on you again. I'll do anything, but please forgive me.
What use will anything you do have? It doesn't matter what you do. You hurt our daughter, and I will never forgive you for that. You can cry and apologize all you like. You can try and make me feel sorry for you, but it will do nothing. The only thing you can do for us now is to just disappear from our sight. After that, Sally made her own way to the hospital without needing an ambulance. It turns out that she was pretty close to developing pneumonia. In the end, she had to stay at the hospital for a few days after she came in. I went to visit her while she was in there one time, but it wasn't to check on her or see how she was doing. Instead, it was to talk to her about the divorce. Due to what she felt was my cold attitude, she broke down crying in the hospital bed, but I didn't relent or change my mind. I talked to her politely and businesslike, but not kindly, and in the end, she finally signed the papers for me. I also found out who she'd been cheating on me with and told his wife about what had been going on. Later, I found out that this was not the first time that Sally had left Lisa at home by herself so that she could go out and cheat. Thanks to that, I was able to win the custody rights for Lisa, and there weren't complaints from any other family members. Even Sally's parents didn't say anything against it. They fully understood why I did what I did. 3 days after everything happened, Lisa's fever finally went down, and she is now as healthy as ever. I'm incredibly grateful that she is fine and nothing serious came of this. I know well that it could have been much worse. From now on, I will do my best to make sure that Lisa doesn't have to experience anything like that ever again, and to raise her with all the love I can as her father.